I'm Scott with Marc's Mobility. Today we're going to be unboxing the Merit's Vision Sport, the P326, so stay tuned. When you get your Vision Sport, it's going to be coming in on a pallet like this. You've got your seat and you have the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the seat off the pallet, set it to the side, then we have our base here. So we're going to grab a box cutter, we're going to cut these plastic straps off. Remember to cut upwards, not down into the cardboard. From here, we're going to lift the lid up. It is held in place by some staples, so be sure to watch those. They are sharp, don't cut your finger on those. You can grab a pair of needle nose pliers and remove them if you would prefer to do that. In here I can see my unit. Up top we have our owner's manual. We have our joystick box and our charger. And then some protective wrap, and then our chair is just sitting in the box just like this. So the easiest way to get this out, because this is a heavy unit, you can't just pick it up and get it out of the box. I'm going to grab my knife again, make sure it's nice and sharp because this is some thick cardboard, and we're going to cut away the corners of the box. Just watch where you're cutting, check inside first, make sure no parts of the chair are against the corner when you do this. Then there is a second box in here, which should just lift out of the way. And this exposes our power chair. So in order to get it out of here, I recommend putting the chair in neutral. In the rear of the chair is your neutral levers. They are down underneath. There's two red levers. You want to push them up that way. That will put the chair in free wheel. That allows you to roll it. Now it is sitting on a block, so you are going to have to kind of push it off like that. And as you can see, it just kind of rolled off the pallet. But it is sitting on this foam. It's not that hard to get it off of. You don't have to lift the whole chair. You just kind of tilt one end up and it just kind of rolled off for me. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a moment, clean up a lot of this packing material, then we will get to the actual assembly of the chair. Now we've got all of the packing material out of the way, we're going to connect the batteries, but first thing I want to do is make sure we put this back into gear. Those neutral levers we flipped earlier, let's push them down back into gear. When we turn the power on, if you're in neutral, the joystick's going to flash at you, you're not going to be able to drive. So make sure you're back in gear when you set it in neutral like this. Next we're going to take the shroud off. Luckily it's just sitting on some Velcro, so it comes out pretty easily. Then we have our battery cables here. We have the two cables tied to the batteries, then our connection ports right here. So let's go ahead and connect those. Make sure you hear it click. Our batteries are connected. While we're in here, this is our joystick cable. It's kind of wound up on the inside. So I'll unbox this, and what we're going to do when we put the shroud back on, we're going to run through this cutout hole. I had it on backwards. We're going to make sure we run it through that hole before we stick the shroud back on. And now it's time to unbox the seat. Again, I'm going to grab my knife. Be very careful when cutting this tape. I'm going to cut on the sides first, so that way I can lift this up and not cut into my seat. Then here's our arms sitting in this box. And then I have my seat here. I'm going to go ahead and lift this out. And then I have my headrest in here as well. And now we're going to put the seat onto the unit. It's time to put the seat on the unit, and basically there's a little post underneath the seat that's going to drop right into here. I sometimes recommend a second person to do this, especially if you've got a larger seat, like this is a 20-inch seat. But if you have to do it yourself, or you have one able-bodied person that can do it, I recommend keeping the seat folded and then picking it up like this, because I can tilt it and look and see that post and kind of guide it in myself. There we go. Then there's a little handle on the right-hand side. You see how the seat is swiveling? We're going to pull that handle up, and it should drop into place. Now you can lift that handle and your seat will swivel and lock every 45 degrees. But you do have to pull that handle when initially dropping the seat on. There's a handle on the right hand side we can pull up. That lets us bring our seat back. We have our headrest here, it just slides in. Then there's a button on the left hand side that allows you to adjust. Now here's our arm box. So we'll open this up, see what's inside. We have our two armrests, and underneath them is our two armrest mounting brackets. Now we're going to mount the arms on the seat. We're going to start with these arm brackets. They are mirrored, so you do want the one where this knob is facing backwards towards you. Underneath, it's kind of hard to see. I don't think you can see it on the camera, but it's underneath the seat. There is a place where this will slide into. It's kind of a square mount. And it just slides in there. Underneath is another one of those handles that look like this. And we'll just go ahead and tighten that. And you can set the arms as far or as close to your body as you want. You can loosen this and bring them further out or closer together. I'll go ahead and tighten this. One quick thing I forgot to mention when I originally recorded this video, there is a seat belt in the owner's manual. If you want the seat belt, one side of the seat belt is going to slide onto the arms before you slide them in to the unit. So if you want the seat belt on, slide it over the arm bracket and then slide it in. Next, your arms are going to drop into here. We want to make sure that this is loose and it's not obstructing the arms. There are two different arms. So one arm has this mounting bracket. This is where your joystick goes. The other arm does not have that. So whether you're right or left-handed, you're going to want this one on that side. So in this case, the client who's getting this chair is not left-handed. So I'm going to put the one that does not have this mounting bracket on the left-hand side. I'm going to slide it in. Then you can go ahead and tighten this. Again, you can adjust the height of the arms, so you can tighten it up here if you prefer. And once you're done with that, you will do the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to install the joystick. Here's our joystick. And then we also want to grab that cable we ran from earlier. And then I prefer to run it from behind, but I'm going to go ahead and plug it into the joystick. And then I'm going to slide the joystick into here. Now if it doesn't go in, this is a set screw that needs an Allen wrench. It takes a 4mm Allen, so I'm going to just loosen that a little bit. Then it slides in. I'm trying to run my wire on the inside of the unit. If you run it on the outside, it might get hung up and caught on certain things as you pass by. So I'm going to run it on the inside. And once you get the joystick where you want it, you can go ahead and tighten it. I recommend doing this with the arm tilted up like this, not laying down, because this is the most amount of tension that this cable is going to be receiving. So that shows you how tight your cable is going to be. Then, once I'm done with that, I would come by with some zip ties and secure this cable. Maybe secure it right here. Maybe once or twice under the arm. You don't want to make it too tight because this is a swivel seat. You don't want it to pull that cable loose. But I do recommend 2 or 3 zip ties here, and maybe one down here, just to make sure the cable is secured. One quick thing to note is this unit does have a seat lift as an available option that you can get. So when running your wire like I was doing earlier, just make sure you leave enough slack so that the seat lift can still go up without pulling the wire. So I'm going to turn this on. I've got power, and the joystick is flashing at me. That means I'm probably still in neutral. So you want to go check your neutral levers, flip them back into gear, check your power again. So I turned it off back on, and I can drive again. So if that happens, your chair is in neutral. Your charger is in this box here. You plug the charger in underneath the joystick and into the wall socket. And then we have our owner's manual here. This has been the unboxing and assembly of the Merit's P326. This is the Vision Sport. If you have any questions about this unit, please give us a call. If you want to order one of these, or if you want any pricing information, there's a link in the description below, or you can always call us as well. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helps you unbox this unit, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us out, and thank you for watching.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.